Welcome to Prisons of Freedom. Today we embark on a journey through two worlds, V for Vendetta and 1984. V for Vendetta, a graphic novel by Alan Moore, depicts a Britain under a strict totalitarian regime. A government that rose to power by manufacturing a virus to kill off thousands of people, then promising a cure, using fear to gain control over people. The main protagonist V speaks out against the regime and sparks an uprising, eventually blowing up the parliament. Since V was dead, he wasn't available for an interview, but we managed to find these clips.
Behind this mask I am just flesh, but I am the personification of an idea, an idea of hope and change, to give truth to the people of our country.
Similar to Alan Moore's world is 1984, a world envisioned by George Orwell, illustrating another strict totalitarian regime in Britain. With no freedoms, there are telescreens placed everywhere that relay the government's propaganda, and posters stating that their alleged leader, Big Brother, is always watching. The main protagonist, Wilson, is against the party and falls in love with another woman who shares the same beliefs. Their love itself is a crime and are arrested by the thought police, who are against people having illegal thoughts. Winston is tortured until no illegal thoughts remain. He is freed when he becomes another complete compliant of the system. We wanted to meet with a member of this society, so we had to travel back in time. We met up with a man named Jacob Sandals. Do you ever feel that your party oppresses you in any way?
No, not in any way.
But they take away your freedoms. I mean, you can't even think something against the party. Do you like Big Brother?
Yes, I know Big Brother. I know him. Yes. Yes.
Have you ever seen Big Brother?
I see him all the time. He's always watching us.
But have you ever met him?
No, I've never met him. But I don't need to. He's great.
How do you know he even exists?
Of course he exists. If he doesn't exist, then how is he watching us?
In both V for Vendetta and 1984, we are warned of the dangers of a complete totalitarian regime. In V for Vendetta, V was successful in swaying the mindsets of the people because the regime did not have complete control. However, this was not the case in 1984. It leads us to question, to what extent is this true today? So join us on a journey to another prison of the free. We take you to Western CI, a high school in Toronto, Canada. Western CI, a grim environment full of stress and distress. Elements of poverty and control evident throughout. But does it resemble a dystopia? Meet Raymond Liu, an aspiring and talented young artist. But when asked about his mark in visual arts,
68.
So if marks don't define one's intelligence, why the hustle for the numbers? Why are you working so hard?
So I get to university.
University?
Yeah.
Why do you want to go to a good university?
So I can get a job.
A good job? Why do you want a good job?
So I can enjoy life.
Enjoy life?
Yeah, enjoy life.
It is reported that only 27% of students ended up with a job using their major, while students face up to 1.2 trillion in student debts in America alone.
My life doing schoolwork. For the rest of my life I can go to work. I learned no real life skills. I still never learned anything at all. School ruined my life.
I learned so much, but the teachers choose what I learn.
So in high school, elements of a dystopia are evident, such as surveillance, a dark, gloomy setting, loss of individual freedoms, false promises of a perfect life. But there was one that stood alone: strict totalitarian control. Rules and regulations clearly defined in the agenda, most of which stricter than the average society. We wanted to test the implication of these rules and our freedom of speech.
I would never support an immigrant. You would never support what?
An immigrant to be the principal of our school.
You would never support an immigrant to be the principal of our school?
Yeah. Or
You're racist?
Racist?
Yeah, bigot.
Would you suspend it?
It's belligerent enough for a suspension. I'm very disappointed and judgmental with that individual.